Hello, bonjour. My name is Petty Officer 2nd Class Marney Norcross, and I'm here with Omar Mostafa, Nathaniel Brennan-Lee, and Riley Stafford. Welcome to Ask Me Anything, Commander's Edition, with none other than la commandante, la brigadier générale Dominique Brais, and Formation Chief Warrant Officer, Chief Petty Officer 1st Class Dave Bliss. Ma'am, Chief, thank you for being here today.
You're welcome.
Madame, y a-t-il une leçon de leadership que vous avez apprise au début de votre carrière et qui reste avec vous jusqu'à aujourd'hui?
Je pense que mon approche de leadership a toujours inclus un aspect de compassion et d'empathie. Et puis certainement, j'ai toujours eu un sens de l'humour pour pouvoir alléger des situations que des fois pourraient être difficiles. J'ai découvert à travers les années qu'un style de leadership comme celui-là promouvoit vraiment avoir une équipe qui se soutient, une équipe qui peut se faire confiance parce qu'on a le bien-être des autres à cœur. Puis on est capable ensemble de trouver l'humour dans certaines situations. Donc je dirais vraiment ce sont les aspects de compassion, d'empathie, puis le sens de l'humour quand ça le permet.
Oui, je suis d'accord à 100%. Merci beaucoup.
Let's take some questions from the summer. These two questions come from Petty Officer 1st Class Joshua Carson at HMCS Ontario and Flight Sergeant Daniel Milnick at HMCS Quadra.
Hi there, ma'am. I have the second question for you. Do you think I'll be able to be a Brigadier General someday?
That's a great question. And I'll tell you, when I first joined the Canadian Armed Forces, I was in high school, of course, and I had a teacher who came to me, and when he discovered that I was going to join the Canadian Armed Forces, said to me that he didn't believe I was going to be able to survive 6 months. He thought for sure that this was not a good alignment for me. And here I am. So I'd caution, it doesn't really matter what other people think. It matters what you think. So you have to be prepared to put in the effort and to believe that even though there may be challenges in front of you to be able to succeed, that you can get there one day at a time and you will evolve. I found that many times I was challenged to find the strength to get to that next day. But you create friendships. And I'm sure all of you have had that experience as well, either at your corps or squadrons or during the summer program. But when you surround yourself with other people, it makes those moments that are really difficult and those challenges that are hard to get through, it makes them easier. And then the next day, you're proud that you went through it, right? And then you're ready for the next challenge. And you have a little bit more confidence than you did the day before because you saw that you were able to achieve something and you went through it and you weren't alone. So do I think you can become a general officer? Why not? Give it a shot.
Ma'am, how did you get in the position you're in today?
Hey, that's another great question. And I'll tell you that there is no point in time where I thought I was going to be where I am today. And I think that's important because it means you have to be ready to see where life takes you. You never know, right? You might have a path set in your mind of what you think it's going to look like, but I assure you that most of the time, life has a vote, curveballs come your way, and you need to adapt, right? So for me, it was about making the best of every opportunity I had. So every job, every position that I was able to serve in, I made the best of it. And then when an opportunity would present itself, whether it's a course or an opportunity to go somewhere, to learn a new position, I put my hand up. I was available to do it. I wanted to have as many doors open to me as possible so that I can make the decision at that time. It wasn't always about saying yes to everything. There are times in my career where I took a pause, where I transitioned to focus on family. with 2 young children, that's what was right for me. But then I came back because I was ready to come back. And in that moment, it was about seeing what opportunities were still available out there and being ready. And having people around me who also believed in me certainly helped shape that space. So it's about the people you're with and taking a chance.
So in the cadet program, we learn how important it is to listen as a leader. So how important is it to command when listening to the cadet voice?
The cadet voice, so the National Cadet Advisory Council initiative began, how many years ago, Chief?
5.
About 5 years ago under Admiral Kurtz. So it's relatively new if you think of how long the cadet program has been in existence. And for the first time this summer, we had the Junior Canadian Rangers also start their own very first Junior Canadian Ranger Council. When we make decisions, we want to have the best information possible in the moment so that we can make the best decision. The youth voice for me is very important in that regards, which is why the National Advisory Council and the regional councils are so important. And those are accessible to all of the cadets across the formation. One of the ways that I've come to see that this has brought some great changes is in our CAF engagements. So what we learned through the youth voice is that cadets at different levels are looking for different types of engagements with the Canadian Armed Forces. So it's important to tailor that approach to give you what you are looking for at the different stages of being a cadet. What you were looking for when you first started in the program, when you were 12 years old, is probably not what you're looking for as a 17 or 18-year-old in the program, right? So although some things are super cool when you're 12 and 13, when you're looking at 17, 18 years old, you have different questions. You want to be set up for success as you transition to that next phase of your life. You want to know, what is it like out in the world? What is it like to be in the aerospace industry? What is it like to be a member of the Canadian Armed Forces? What is it like to deploy? What is it like to have a family in the Canadian Armed Forces? So these are how we've been able to tailor our engagements to align with what you're looking for, because the program is about helping you transition into adulthood. So it's important to know what you feel you need.
Thank you, Bgén. Very insightful. Some of the things you mentioned, I myself, and I can probably say for the other cadets here, have also been able to benefit from. So.
Chief, the cadet program is helping shape future leaders in Canada in a way that is very amazing. What excites you about the way that the cadet program is moving forward?
Well, certainly since I've come over to the organization about 10 years ago, I've watched how it has evolved in a relatively short period of time to really focusing on cadets leading cadets, really broadening and our lens of what coaching and mentoring is in the organization. So from my perspective, we were running an exceptional program in delivering specific activities. As we have evolved recently in the last few years, and certainly through the youth voice that General was speaking of with regards to shaping the program so it is relevant for the next generation coming in. I'm very much excited. You know, we're getting some external stakeholders that are interested in participating in our program, and we know that you know, there is an excitement to join our program, but it's very important for us to ensure that it is relevant, not just for those that are participating in the moment, but that as we lean forward into the next generation of cadet that comes through, and what is affecting their lives, what you know, the areas that they need as part of their transition to going out into their communities and being leaders. We have to make sure that the program is equally adapting for those individuals as well, and not just delivering a very strong foundational program like drill and ceremonial communications and that. So, you know, for me, it's understanding that, you know, we have an opportunity to continually improve.
Thank you, Ma'am in Chief. That's all for this episode of Ask Me Anything Commanders Edition. Stay tuned for the next episode.